Okay, so Apple just released custom product pages for organic search, and this is a huge deal because it means you can create a set of preview images for very specific keywords. I'll be honest, the first time I saw this, I just assumed it was another pro marketing feature that's only for big studios. But then you look closer and you realize this actually changes the whole game for solo indie devs. If you're building your own iOS apps, you already know how random the App Store can feel. Some weeks you're ranking high for your main keyword, the next week you've totally disappeared and you have zero idea why. Apple's search is a black box and it kind of makes you feel powerless, right? But now, with custom product pages for search, you can actually show users a totally different version of your app page based on the keyword or the campaign they tapped on. And for once, this isn't just an ad thing, it's organic search. Let's walk through how it works, where it fits into a solo dev workflow, and why. If you're using Xcode, Claude Code, Cursor, or any other AI tool for coding, you should honestly start playing with this today. Just real quick, I'm Daniel. I've been in the iOS trenches for nearly 8 years now, mostly freelancing, helping clients ship their big ideas. But since Dub 25, I went all in on solo dev, shipped over 10 of my own apps, started building everything in public, and lately, I've been pouring my energy into Crafters Lab, a real home for solo builders and AI-powered devs who treat AI like an actual teammate, not just a vending machine for code. That's where I'm sharing all my articles, design resources, and source code. Basically everything I used to put on Patreon, but now on our own indie platform. It's private, it's focused, and honestly, it's just for solo devs who actually care about the craft. If you're one of the 260 folks on Patreon, heads up, we're moving over to crafterslab.dev. All right, let's jump in. Okay, here's the first mind shift. Custom product pages aren't just for ads anymore. They're now front and center in organic App Store search. You can create up to 35 totally unique product pages for your app, each one with its own screenshots, promo text, and even its own App Store URL. Here's where it gets fun for solo devs. Think about all the times you've tried to chase a specific keyword. Maybe you've got a QR code app, but sometimes you want to rank for business cards, sometimes for inventory scanning, or maybe you're going after classroom attendance. Normally, you have to pick a single set of screenshots and just pray they somehow work for everyone. But now, you can literally make a set of screenshots that only show up when a user searches for business card scanner. And this isn't just a little tweak in App Store Connect. This is like creating 35 mini landing pages, each one targeted to the exact user you want to reach. You can show them the feature they care about right up top, instead of cramming everything into 6 generic screens. From a dev perspective, this is a new lever to pull. You're not just coding features, you're shipping context. You can iterate on your screenshots like you iterate on your UI. If you're using AI tools, it's honestly wild how fast you can spin up new variations. I use Claude and Cursor to help write copy, mock up feature flows, and now to brainstorm custom page concepts. It's like product management, design, and ASO all collapsed into your dev workflow. The kicker: each page gets its own analytics, so finally, you can see which flows actually drive downloads, not just guesses from generic conversion rates, but real targeted data for each use case you support. Here's the part I wish I'd known sooner. You do not need a marketing team to use this. If you can export a screenshot from your app, you can build a custom product page. If you can run a test flight, you can preview and update your pages live. There's no review penalty, no crazy process. It just becomes part of your App Store Connect routine. But the real power move is how this slots into the way indie devs already work. If you're like me, you're probably always building features for different types of users, and you're used to context switching. One day it's teachers, next day it's small business, the next it's power users. Custom product pages let you embrace that. Instead of fighting to fit every feature into one story, you can craft a new narrative for each audience. And here's where AI coding tools make this whole thing doable, even if you're solo. I'll use Claude or GPT to generate captions, write microcopy for each custom page, even suggest what feature flows should get highlighted for different audiences. Cursor makes it easy to keep a folder of page templates, so iterating is just a matter of swapping screenshots and tweaking a bit of text. You're not fighting the App Store, you're prototyping just like you do in Xcode. And if you're running paid campaigns or partnering with other apps, those custom URLs mean you can track exactly where installs come from. But honestly, even for pure organic search, this is a way to outcompete bigger teams. You get to be specific, and that always wins in the long run. So why care about this today? Because every solo indie I know feels that pressure to do ASO, App Store optimization, but it's always a grind. Keywords, screenshots, copy, it's like a never-ending treadmill. Custom product pages are the first thing I've seen in years that actually let you get off the treadmill and play offense. Here's where it clicks. You don't need to do all 35 pages at once. Just pick your most common support email subject or the feature that really matters to your best users. Make a custom page just for that. See if it moves the needle. If it does, great. Build a second one. If not, tweak, test, try another angle. You don't need permission from anyone. You don't need to hire a copywriter. Just use the same muscle you use to prototype new features. And since every page has its own analytics, you finally get feedback that isn't just a guess. You can see which stories, which screenshots, which flows actually convert. Over time, you start to see your app not as one giant product, but as a collection of little solutions, each one with its own audience. That's the shift. Solo devs who use this can stop feeling like they're at the mercy of App Store randomness. You get to build, ship, and test your app story one bike, just like you do with your code. The sooner you start, the faster you get to that place where the App Store actually feels fair again. So yeah. Custom product pages are quietly one of the most developer-friendly changes Apple's made to the App Store in years. Not just for marketers, not just for the big brands, for actual builders. For people like us who write code, take screenshots, and want to connect with real users, not just play the keyword game. If you're already using AI tools in your workflow, this fits right in. If you're not, you can still get a ton out of this. You just get to show off your app in the way you think is best to the people who care most. If you try it, I'd love to hear how it goes. Drop a comment with your own experiments or DM me if you want to swap tips. And if this helped at all, or you want more solo dev breakdowns like this, hit like, subscribe, or just share it with another builder. I read everything. And the best part of this channel is swapping notes with other folks trying to make indie dev a little less random. All right, until next time, keep building, keep tweaking, and don't be afraid to try new things on the App Store. Peace.